I'm going to show you how to trim competition chicken legs, but there's a key thing you need to know when you buy a pack. You don't need to buy more than you think for a couple reasons. The main reason is you can see some of them are very big and some of them are very small. So in competition, you want them to be cooked evenly and you want them to look even in the box. You want them to be about the same size. So this one, I'll either cook for Cody or myself. So let's go ahead and trim these up and then I'll weigh them. So I've sized up my chicken legs visually that look like they're about the same size. Now in competition, you only have to turn in 6. So I usually will cook 10 or 12. But we're gonna go ahead and trim all of these up. Now I'm using my Drip Ease pan because it's got a cutting board built in, and I can actually put these right in the fridge after I'm finished trimming with the lid right on it. So it just makes things easier. So you will need a paring or utility knife that's sharp and some paper towels. You wanna have some dry paper towels because that makes it so much easier to work with the chicken. You will just basically pull back the skins. Make sure you leave them whole, just like that. And then we're gonna remove these tendons or any loose pieces like this that may have been attached to the thigh. So we'll take that off with a sharp knife. Save that for Cody. And then we're gonna remove these tendons right here on each side. Now let's remove these tendons. Remember, there's one on each side. They're easy to see. You're gonna put your knife right up under it, a dry paper towel, pull it back, and cut it off. Now you have removed this tendon that's like a freaking rubber band. You don't wanna eat that. You don't want that in a judge's mouth. And you know, even when I cook chicken legs at home, I tend to not like this, so I just take it out. Then you're gonna come down with the knife, any loose membranes or loose pieces that will, you know, make your chicken look uneven. And I put this in the pot for my dog. So there we go, just cut that off and put it in the dog pile over here. So now we've got the other side tendon and you can see, I mean, it's pretty prominent here. Again, put your knife under it, cut, and cut. And you have removed that tendon, just like that. You can see the tendon here and the tendon here. You're simply gonna put your knife underneath this tendon without trying to cut any of the meat. Slice down, lift it back, and it's out. Other side. Put your knife underneath the tendon. Pull it back. It's out. So now you've got a ready to go chicken leg with tendons removed. Now the other thing that people do is they baseball bat this off. See how it's shaped? You either leave them all like this so that you look uniform in the box, or you simply trim that off and that goes in the dog pile. So when you cover this up after you season it, let me show you the difference that it is. So a perfect shaped leg versus, say you put the skin over on this one, you'll see that it has like an irregular shape versus this one's a little more rounded and more uniform. And the next step is weighing the legs. We look for a certain size. Each cook has a different size. I know some cooks that cook like 4.5 ounce, and some cooks that cook 6 ounces. I usually go for about 5.5 ounce, really close to that. And then I set them aside once they weigh what they should, and the ones that don't go in the other pile. Now, out of a pack of chicken that had 16 legs in it, I got 9 that were the right size. And these ones that are not in size, we'll have for dinner or I'll cook them for Cody.